Hey, what's going on, everyone? My name is Matt Jarbo. This is Stranger Days. And I love YouTube. I'm on YouTube like literally 7 days a week, watching videos, making videos. But this is my full-time job for nearly 4 years, and I love what I do. But I will always tell you that there are things that could be fixed on YouTube. There's always things that need to be updated. And probably one of the biggest ones outside of subscribers being notified when videos go live is the copyright system. And it does feel bunk. It does feel like it is antiquated, that it's not working properly. It's not working for the creator. But unfortunately, the way YouTube operates, the way YouTube has to operate from a legal perspective, this is where we currently find ourselves. But one user is in fact trying to strike back. And that's here with this petition of over 20,000 overnight signatures demands that YouTube fixes its copyright system. And this is something that a lot of people out there have been complaining about on Twitter forever. If you looked at half of what was sent to @Team YouTube on Twitter, you would see people doing nothing but complaining about this because it happens to everybody. But this is a big story. This is a big video, and this is actually showcasing exactly everything that is wrong with the current system and why things need to be addressed. And this is not just an issue with YouTube, but an issue with the US copyright system. This is a legislative issue that needs to be addressed. Now, it says here, YouTube's copyright protection system has some seriously glaring flaws. And instead of falling victim to the system, one content creator is fighting back. TheFatRat has initiated a petition to fix YouTube's copyright protection system, which overnight has garnered over 20,000 signatures and counting. Recently, the YouTuber had one of his most popular videos stolen from him. And this is true. Videos are stolen. Not that they are taken, that the copyright is owned by somebody else, but the monetization of it is what gets taken. An unknown company by the name of Ramjets made a copyright claim, and YouTube didn't ask questions before revoking the true owner's rights. So the TheFatRat's video, with over 47 million views, continues to make over 3,000 per month for an apparent fraud. Now that's a lot of money to make for just one video per month on something you put out, and that's earning you some serious green. But the thing is, and this is, well, let's read what he says here. TheFatRat says, they don't mediate copyright disputes, and I have to resolve the issue with the claimant. Of course, Ramjet has failed to return the emails, so that's a dead end. And that is true. That is a big problem with the way that the current Content ID system operates. A company comes in, manually detects an infringing work, so to speak, files a copyright complaint, and YouTube takes it down. Now you might be asking yourself, why doesn't YouTube stop, drop, and roll and question this? Why don't they go and they ask for the specifications and the paperwork to prove that this is what's going on? Well, the truth of the matter is YouTube can't. They can't. They legally are not allowed to. They legally have to act when a copyright claim is submitted. When a DMCA is put through the system, YouTube has zero choice but to pull the video down or to assign monetization over to somebody else. Now, they have put that in arbitration, right? They have put that in, mediation. Is that what the term is? Or no, sorry, an escrow account. That's what it is. So what they're doing now is when a video gets taken over by another company or by a claimant, and that it gets appealed, then what happens is the money earned from that is put into an escrow account, and it's not given to the claimant. And that was actually one of the biggest complaints that we had a couple of years ago, was the fact that there were so many people that were doing this, and they were just getting money, and then they would be found out for being frauds, but they would still get the money, and the content creator would get screwed. It's a really crappy game. So YouTube decided to change it to this system. So right now, the TheFatRat's video is still earning money that's sitting in an escrow account that's not going to Ramjets. And Ramjets might just be trying to wait out the 30 days before the copyright claim is then just released, because that's another factor of it. What you have here is a system where if you appeal it and there's no response for 30 days, then the claim is automatically rejected. It's automatically overturned. I had this happen to me recently when somebody impersonated a video game journalist in order to strike down one of my videos, and I reached out to the journalist directly to have him overturn it, and he was like, I got no idea. But then the dude who did it was talking about it openly in forums, so I got screenshots, and that's now with the FBI, because you have to do those things. You have to fight back. So that's the situation we're finding ourselves in with Ramjets here, or with TheFatRat, is he is wanting to get his video back. Understandable. I fully support that. But right now, Ramjet's not earning any money. They're hoping probably that they're able to get around this. Now, perhaps it says, or TheFatRat wanted to bring some attention to the issue. Through his petition, TheFatRat and 20,000 more people demand YouTube treat claimants and content creators equally instead of assuming claims are always correct and remove the claims when they are obviously fake. Now, the truth of the matter is they're not going to be able to do that. They have to act. They have to act in order to keep compliant with current legislation, current laws. There's the Internet Safe Harbor Act that basically says that these companies that allow users to create content don't have to, aren't responsible for that content that the user uploads, but they have to react if a content claim is made. And that doesn't matter what the claim is. It simply doesn't matter. They have to act. They are legally bound to do that. So in the case of the TheFatRat here, yes, he's appealed it. Yes, he's reached out to them. If there's been no contact back, then of course he has got, he has to wait 30 days and it should be overturned and the money will be returned to him because that is money that he currently has. It goes into an escrow account. And unfortunately, that's not talked about in this article here, or I'm sure talked about in the petition. But people need to realize that that is the rule that YouTube has changed as a way to try to make it better. My take on it's this: YouTube does need to make it better in regards to this. I think there does need to be a lobbying of certain members of Congress to try to change this particular system. U.S. copyright law is an absolute mess in many cases as it is. So a lot of people out there, we haven't discussed updating copyright law in quite some time. And maybe it's time for that. As content creators grow more and more popular and powerful with the influence of the internet, they should maybe use their influence and use their power to start targeting Congress and start targeting legislation and working within that system in order to see the laws change. So then YouTube actually has some wiggle room, because they ultimately don't. They are simply a third party that catches 100% of the brunt of the blame. And a lot of people out there are going to probably accuse me of being a YouTube shill for this. You got YouTube's dick in your mouth, blah, blah, blah. No, this is the law, fuckhead. This is the law. This is why you need to read up on copyright law, why you need to read up on the Safe Harbor Act, and why you need to understand where things currently are. I spend a lot of my time researching YouTube and what's going on with the company. So when these situations appear, I can speak with some level of expertness on them. This is where we're at right now. So while I completely support the TheFatRat, I want his video back. I want Ramjets completely eviscerated. I want them booted out of whatever ad system that they're in. I want these scumbags to be booted out of the system because all they do is try to rip people off and get money. This is where we are legally speaking. So anyway, I leave it to you guys. What are your thoughts on this? Do you feel that what we're seeing here is a situation where YouTube is going to, ever maybe change their ways without legislation? Are they going to lobby to the government on behalf of themselves in order to get around this certain thing? Or do they just not care enough about it overall to make any meaningful change? And it's going to require creators and viewers to make enough noise to see it actually get fixed. These are things I'm curious to know. Let me know down in the comments. My name, of course, is Matt Jarbo. This has been Stranger Days. Have yourself a fantastic day, guys, and peace out.